Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to do our final Season 17 video using a team that we built from scratch. Now, I did mention yesterday that it would be extreme, but we did make a couple changes to the team. We made Tornadus with the Rain Dance user, and we also switched Urshifu's item from the Mystic Water to Choice Band. We're doing this so that we can maximize our full potential in attack while still being true to our speed, but we can also start changing things around that, because if we use Tailwind, then speed to us doesn't really matter as much, but we do need to outspeed other people that use Tailwind. We weren't still able to get the shiny Pelipper, but they'll make an appearance in the next season. For now, we're going to be running with this team as our final 5 matches is going to be done for the season, and you guys will have a ton of content waiting for you in the next few days. Speaking of which, I will be producing the tier series, but I'm going to extend it as much as I physically can for YouTube standards. I don't think I can post anything that's more than 10 hours, so I'm going to get as close as I physically can and then post it on the video. So you guys might have 1 or 2 videos of the tier series, most likely going to be 2, possibly 3. That's going to be it, and I'm going to cut it really short. That way you guys just get the matches, no talking, none of that. It's just going to be continuous all the way through, just to kind of get a look of what we did for the last month, which is great. There's that. It's like kind of like having a podcast that you guys get at the end of the month, so it's kind of what I'm thinking about it. Now when we go and when we end the day, we're going to be taking a couple of days off, and then we'll be back on the 1st. Like I said, we'll be training the legendaries, which by the time you watch this, I've already started working on them. So there's that. And yeah, that's all that I really got. I want to thank you guys for watching in advance. Please do not forget to like the video and subscribe for more content. And let's get into our matches, shall we? Okay, we got Tornadus, Incineroar, Fluttermane, Archelodon, wow, Comfey, and Roaring Moon. Now with priority all over the place, we went back to our roots to having Furgraph, and instead of having Citrus Spray, we went to the Throat Spray instead. We also have a way to counter Trick Room, so there's that we can also have as well. I will need to bring Farigiraf, and if they have Comfey out in the first turn, I need to swap it as fast as I possibly can. So what I'll do is I'll bring in Fluttermane, Tornadus, we'll bring in Farigiraf, and there's, I mean, no, we won't worry about Roaring Moon as much. With Urshifu in the back with the Choice Band, we'll have a higher chance of doing a ton of damage. It just depends on what we're going to be doing with that side of the field. Choice Specs is still on Fluttermane with the 180 speed, but we might change it to where we do the booster energy set. I've been kind of seeing how that's been used, and I kind of want to use it myself and see what I could do to make changes to it. Tornadus and Roaring Moon come out first. This puts a lot of pressure right off the bat. Photosynthesis activates for the Roaring Moon, and attack was heightened. I might outspeed a Roaring Moon, but we're gonna go with the Moon Blast, and I'm gonna go straight to let's Terra first, Tailwind. That's what I'll do first. We're gonna Terra so that when we go right into Roaring Moon, we have a higher chance of knocking it out right away. Now, another thing I thought about doing is bringing Sunny Day instead of Rain Dance for Tornadus, just so that I get a boost for Fluttermane, but not sure if that's going to be the cause. Okay. Round. Okay. Interesting. Not sure what they're going to do there. Activate the Tailwind. We're now faster. They also activate Tailwind, just totally fine. Moon Blast. Into the Roaring Moon, knocks it out, 1-hit KO. Okay. What are you gonna do? Archelodon? Okay. Did a Moon Blast into Tornadus. And I'm going to I'm gonna oh, well. Yeah, I'm gonna knock Tornadus off the field and I'm gonna protect with mine. Right now we share tailwind speeds, so I kind of want to be ahead on that. Well, most likely it's gonna go right into... Okay, I see when it's gonna lower down the speed for Flutter Mane, but may not be a problem. We'll see. Could be Flash Cannon or... Nope. Okay. So Heavy Slam or Flash Cannon can come out from Archelodon. I'm just going to knock out Tornadus so that I have the obvious increase. Heavy Slam right into the Flutter Mane. Totally cool with that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. Urshifu. And out comes Comfy. Okay. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna swap to Farafrig. Because all of the priority moves on that set, at least when it comes for Comfy, is all priority. Healing moves, right? Anything that gains HP is priority, which means Farigiraf should completely block this Pokemon from ever doing anything. That's the theory, anyway, because they get +3 priority. Yep, okay. Close combat. Down goes Archelodon. And since Comfy may not be able to attack, we might be set up here to be really, really... Actually, I'm going to swap Urshifu to bring back Tornadus so that we get the minuses off. And I'm going to go ahead and Hyper Voice. Okay, never mind, battle's canceled. I'm glad that that theory worked because I wasn't sure if that would, because it is considered an attack, even though the ability Triage makes everything a +3 priority. So Farigiraf completely turning off priority. Really, really good. I'm so glad that we did that. Let's move on. Okay, we got Metagross, Ogerpon, that's Water, Dragonite, Chien-Pao, Whimsicott, and Weavile. And we do have 1 to 2 Pokemon that do, well, 3 Pokemon that rely on priority outside of Whimsicott, but his is more status oriented. I will need to bring in Farigiraf again. Question is, what else should I bring? You know what? Let's open up with Tornadus because they don't have anyone on that side of the field that can immediately get rid of. They don't have anyone that has Intimidate, so I don't have to worry about it. Intimidate on my side of the field would be beneficial here. So I'm going to bring in Urshifu, Incineroar, Farigiraf, and Tornadus. If I can get the speed boost off without Whimsicott turning me off, that's great. I do have access to Terra Dark so that I could become immune to that. Question is, do I want to use it on Tornadus or do I want to use it on someone else? So that's the question. I think the best thing that I want to do is maybe save it for someone else. Okay, Whimsicott and Chien-Pao versus Tornadus and Urshifu. Okay, so they do have access to a Fake Out or a Sucker Punch user right off the bat. So I kind of want to swap to Farigiraf. Yeah, let's do that. Let's switch to Farigiraf, and I'm going to go straight into Chien-Pao with Terra, Water, Surging Strikes. Let's see if we can knock it out. With your Chien-Pao. So here comes Dragonite. Okay. Good call. Nice Fake Out. So that means I'm not going to do as much damage, but I'm definitely going to lower down the effectiveness that they could have. And unfortunately, I'll be locked into Surging Strikes until I swap them out. Which may happen because I don't have Flutter Mane, so I don't have a Ghost type. Which I guess is okay. Tailwind goes off. Surging Strikes into this Dragonite. It's about a fifth. I'll get him down to half at least. Okay. Hit 3 times. We'll go ahead and Helping Hand the Urshifu, and I'll go right into Whimsicott. Let's see what happens. Helping Hand. Moonblast right into the Urshifu. Does not. Ooh, that's a crit. That's a lot of damage. Special attack fell. Outrage. Not enough to get the KO on the Furgraph either. Pretty close though. Surging Strikes. This could be a KO. It is. Okay. Because now if we bring Tornadus back in, we have a way to do more damage. But now they don't have anyone that has priority on their side of the field. Well, outside of Dragonite. Chien-Pao comes back. They do have the speed though. So I'm going to swap to Incineroar and I'm going to protect. Oh, I can't. That's right. Surging Strikes on the... Well, if I can't do that, let's protect here and Surging Strikes there. Protect on the Furgraph, that way we don't get hit by Sucker Punch. We will still get hit by Outrage if it goes to the Urshifu. Crunch. Oh, it was a good shot. But now Outrage goes over to the Furgraph, which does nothing. Now it's confused. Let's go ahead and bring out Incineroar now. Inner Focus stops it from being intimidated. How long do you have Tailwind for? One more turn? Let's swap to Tornadus. And I'm going to go ahead and fake out Chien-Pao. Switch you out. Out comes Tornadus. Fake out. You have Covert Cloak. That should not have gotten the KO. Oh, hey, Dragonite hurt itself in confusion. That's cool. Now their Tailwind's gone. Furgraph can now come out. I'll go ahead and access Tailwind. Then we'll do the Hyper Voice. I don't think I'll outspeed Chien-Pao, so Crunch is going to come in. I want to know how they were able to Sacred Sword Incineroar to death. That was a one-hit KO non-crit. That was a one-hit KO non-crit, and it was intimidated. I faked it out, which means it has to have Covert Cloak. Crunch. I'm okay with that. I mean, I have to be okay with that. There's no way that I can get away with that. Dragonite snapped out of confusion. Here comes Outrage. This is probably Choice Banded. Yep. Most likely Choice Banded. I still want to know how Chien-Pao was able to knock out Incineroar, because after Intimidate goes off, it usually doesn't. I'm also going to review the footage because that's really, really weird. Okay, Incineroar versus Chien-Pao. Okay, so I'll be right back. Hey guys, I was asking myself, how did Chien-Pao knock out Incineroar automatically with the Intimidate and the Covert Cloak, regardless of the EV spreads? Turns out that crit at the end is what did it. Sacred Sword 100% critted with the attack investment is a 105 to 124% damage, so it's a guaranteed OHKO if it crits, so that's why. I didn't think that was the case at first, and I was really confused, but now that I've seen it that the only way that it could OHKO is that if it crits, that's something good to know. So there's that. It was a crit. Let's move on. Okay, we got Kingambit, Roaring Moon, Volcarona, Annihilate, Amoonguss, and Water Ogerpon. Okay, we have two potential people that can use Tailwind, and one of them is going to be very, very detrimental. We have to worry about one Sucker Punch, but most importantly, we do have to worry about someone being put to sleep, and I have no way to avoid that, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go in with Tornadus and Fluttermane. That way we can get that instant gratification, really, really high speed that we're looking for. We're not going to bring in Incineroar, although he would be really, really good against Amoonguss. We do not want to set off Defiant. We're going to bring in Urshifu instead, and I don't have really anyone to worry about priority. I mean, Kingambit is it, but it's only one Pokemon, so Fergraph may not be like the best choice, but it would be good to like intercept any type of Rage Fists since I am part normal. So I also do have Helping Hand. That would help out greatly. No, we'll go in Chinpao. We'll leave Incineroar and Fergraph alone. Probably like the worst choice against this set, depending, because I will have to play around Ogerpon a little bit. I guess until I know that Ogerpon is either knocked out or Terra watered, I will have to use Close Combat or U-turn before anything else. Volcarona and Amoonguss. Okay. So I don't really have to worry about being outsped here. So I think the Bleak Wind Storm and then maybe Shadow Ball. Terra Fairy? I mean, that's not going to affect either one of them. Yeah, let's do Shadow Ball against the Amoonguss. Withdrew Amoonguss, so they're going to swap instantly to something else. Can't read that. Kingambit. Oof. Terra goes over to the Volcarona, so this is a total bait. Fairy, gotcha. Okay. So Kingambit's not going to be able to do any attacks, but if it's going to get... Probably going to get the Defiant boost if speed drops. Bleak Wind Storm hits both. Not very effective on Kingambit. Decently well on the Volcarona. No speed drop, so that's... Which one? Oh, Volcarona. Okay, good. Not on Kingambit. But Shadow Ball. It's also not very effective. Dance. Okay. Special attack, special defense, and speed rose. So now let's go in Rain Dance, and I'm going to swap to Urshifu. We're going to make sure that nothing the Volcarona can do is going to hurt us for a while. And we're going to switching over to Urshifu. That way we can do damage to Kingambit. Let's set up. Heat Wave is going to do way less. And I ignore whatever that is. Okay, we're going to Tailwind, and I'm just going to Terra Surging Strikes. No, Terra Close Combat into the Kingambit, because that's probably going to swap over to Ogerpon if he has it. I already know Amoonguss is back there, so it really depends on what they would like to do from here. But like I said, I need to confirm that Ogerpon's not here for me to be able to take this advantage. Since they use their Terra, I do have to make sure that I never use water attacks until Ogerpon gets knocked down. So that's what I have to do now. So what is your decision? Withdraw the Volcarona. Is that Amoonguss? Yep, okay. Activate Tailwind. And Sucker Punch goes off. Not enough to get the KO. Close Combat. That is enough to get the KO. Defenses drop on Urshifu. So I know of 3. Volcarona, Amoonguss, Kingambit, which Kingambit's now gone. And the status increases on Volcarona are now gone. Okay. Lakeland Storm, and let's go ahead and close combat the Amoonguss. Probably will protect here, but it's going to take some damage. It just depends on if they want to focus on Urshifu now or not. They don't. Amoonguss takes a ton of damage. Speed drops on the Volcarona and the Amoonguss. Let's go. Citrus Berry procs on Volcarona. Close combat. Oh, it doesn't KO the Amoonguss. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, I took a major hit from Rocky Helmet, though. Over Dance. Okay. Spore goes over to the Tornadus. It's not a bad pick. To be honest, not a bad pick at all. We're going to take advantage by using Protect. And I'm just going to go right into Amoonguss again. It's probably going to swap over to something else now. That would make the most sense to me. They didn't. Okay. So they're just relying on their Pokemon holding out from here. Rage Powder, which is totally fine. I was going after you in the first place. I don't like your spores. Close combat. Down goes Amoonguss. I'm gonna... Oh. You can't tell me he had that much health. Struggle Bug. Oh, that hits both? Interesting. Oh, Urshifu wasn't Terra? Let's go. I thought I Terra'd him. Oh, that's interesting. I honestly thought I Terra'd. Now that I know that I didn't, that's dope. Means I slap my Terra target. And Roaring Moon. Let's go. Boost Energy activates. Attack was heightened. Okay. Protect again on the Tornadus. Terra, Dazzling Gleam. This should hit both. I still have Tailwind, I believe. Tailwind might fall this turn, if not the next turn. But I believe I still have Tailwind. Okay, Terra on the Fluttermane. I honestly thought that I Terra'd Urshifu. Oh man, I was like, oh man, I don't have Terra. Brian is still asleep, which is totally fine. Protect on the Roaring Moon. Dazzling Gleam does not do anything to the Roaring Moon. Am I gonna knock out the... Well, it's got +1 special defense. Yep, no, okay. Struggle Bug. Not very effective on my side of the field. Special attack did drop, though. Rain stopped. That one's gone. Okay. Let's activate Tailwind and Dazzling Gleam. Alright, Tornadus, you need to wake up now. Come on, boy. Come on, Baba. Come on, buddy. Okay, never mind. That's alright. I think I still outspeed Roaring Moon. Yes, I do. Okay. Boom. And that should be a match. Double check something real fast. Because I also do use Roaring Moon. Okay. So they're not fully invested into speed because I can clearly see here that with Jolly 252 in speed, that's 188, and with Fluttermane stopping at 180, that tells me that I either won the speed tie or they're less. And because I was consistently hitting over them, I think they were not that high. That's still good to know though. Like I kind of want to increase my Fluttermane speed to like 190 now, just so that I don't have to deal with that stuff. Because that's insane. But if I do that, I'm not gonna have a lot of special attack. If I look, oh, well, this is an old set. I was like, oh, this set has me at 190. And it's like, no, that might be the old set. Nope. I stop at 180 with this current set. The old set stops me at 190, which would be great. Might convert over to that one, but at least this one has a little bit more HP that I can go with. So I do have more graces to work up to. So anyways, let's move on. Okay, Cresselia, Amoonguss, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Iron Hands, Farigiraf, and Tornadus. Okay, so this is obviously a Trick Room build, so we do need to keep that in mind when we move forward. We do have Amoonguss to Spore. We don't have anyone that's incredibly slow. All of my guys are incredibly fast. So I think the best options that I do have here is to open up with Farigiraf, Fluttermane, maybe Urshifu, and then I don't want to open up with Incineroar. Incineroar might be great against Amoonguss, but I do have to put a lot of pressure immediately to knock out the Trick Room user, which could be Farigiraf or Cresselia. And since I don't have access to priorities, since Farigiraf's going to be on the field, this would make it like the best outcome that I can have. That way I don't have to worry about, I could use Fake Out, but Farigiraf's probably going to be part of the opener. And if it is, Fake Out's not an option. So then knockoff becomes a thing. And then I just have to worry about what Cresselia is going to do. But they could also do the opposite and bring in Tornadus, in which then I will be forced to use Trick Room. But I don't think that's going to be I don't think that's going to be the case. If you want me to be completely honest with you, I don't think I have to worry about that. I think the one thing I will have to worry about is Trick Room, Farigiraf, Ursaluna, and Iron Hands. I think that's what I'll have to worry about 100%. Tornadus, Cresselia, okay, Farigiraf, and Fluttermane. So in this instance, let's go ahead and Helping Hand. Yeah, it's Helping Hand and Terra Dazzling Gleam. It's not going to do a whole lot to Cresselia, but I now make them kind of think of what they're going to try to do. They can activate Trick Room or they can activate Tailwind. In either case, I should be able to hit them considerably hard. Should be being the keyword here. Opening it up with my special attackers was like probably the best idea that I have. Who's a dark special attacker? Would they be interesting to have? There's a question for you guys. Who's the dark special attacker and would they be good enough to have? Farigiraf does Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam, so no Tailwind. Tornadus goes down. Cresselia takes a major hit. Trick Room's probably going to be the name in the game. Double Team. They increase their speed? No, evasion. Okay. Leftovers procs on the Cresselia. When Tornadus went down and he didn't do any attacks, that's interesting. He also didn't do any priority moves, but he couldn't because Farigiraf's out there. So yay me for guessing that right. Okay, now we'll go ahead and Hyper Voice and Dazzle Gleam it up again. Because I know that I'm not going to do a lot of damage to this Amoonguss, but I need to do some damage. So there's that. Cresselia goes down. I had to get rid of Nasty Plot to put in Helping Hand. Out comes Hyper Voice. So now we took down 2. So now these should be the last 2. Spore goes over to Fluttermane. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that because I'm going to swap out Fluttermane for the next Pokemon. Ursaluna. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to let the KO come out. Because it's much better to have the KO come out now so that I can bring in Incineroar. That way I can either Fake Out the Ursaluna, which is going to Terra here pretty quickly, or I can knock out Amoonguss. So, I don't know how this works. Terra, probably Ursaluna. It is. Are you normal? You are normal. Okay. So Life Orb, Throat Spray, probably Life Orb. Fluttermane's asleep. Totally okay with that. Active Voice. Does not KO the Amoonguss. But I am faster than they are, so I'm okay with this. It's not a lot of damage. Throat Spray, let's go. Synthesis. Not bad. That's a lot. Let's do a medical. Dazzling Gleam. Helping Hand. So Fluttermane, please wake up. Please wake up. Please wake up. Please wake up. Dang it! It's like, oh, let's make this read. No. But again, I am okay with this because if these two get knocked out, which they did, good. So it was 50-50, right? Fluttermane wakes up, knocks out the Ursaluna with the Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand boosted damage. And if it didn't, then it didn't, right? Fallen Puff goes over to its partner. Which I'm okay with because this is what they're staring at now. Urshifu, who moves faster, and Incineroar, who also moves faster. Now it's gonna suck because I think Rage Powder is gonna come out. So we're gonna fake out the Amoonguss, and I'm gonna go straight close combat into the Ursaluna. Rage Powder cannot stop fake out, so we're gonna stop you for the turn. It's a lot of damage from the Rocky Helmet. It was Rage Powder. One hit KO on the Ursaluna, it goes down. A fake out can do that much recoil damage for the Rocky Helmet? That's insane. That is insane. And then we'll just Flare Blitz and yeah. It's a lot. I feel like they buffed the damage from Rocky Helmet because that's a lot. Battle was canceled. Okay. I feel like that was a ton of damage that I just got from that Rocky Helmet. A fake out. Take, what was it, 40 points? Either they made it so that it, instead of it doing like a 16th, it does a 10th, which I think a 10th is better than the 16th. I'm not, I'm really good at math and I can't figure out what a 16th is of 200. I'll pause on that. I'll be right back. I want to look up Rocky Helmet, so I'll pause. Okay, so I come back with math equations and answers. So I first asked the question, how much does Rocky Helmet do? And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. For the mathematical equation of 1/6, which then makes it about 16%, if you just follow it that way, and it's rounded down because, Pokemon, or at least Pokemon International doesn't deal with decimals. They take all the decimals away. So at 16%, that's what it's working at. But in a mathematical equation of Incineroar, his HP being 200, using that 1/6 method, it would be 200 over 1 divided by or times. Because you have to do the opposite first to get rid of like algebra. So you get rid of the ones first. So you have to times it so that you get rid of the ones and you're left with 200 over 6. And in that case, I got 33.33% during that mathematical equation. I got hit for 40, I think, for Incineroar. I didn't check the footage, but it was still quite a bit to make it so it's like, okay, no wonder everyone's using Rocky Helmet. With it doing 1/6 the damage of the current the Pokemon's maximum HP, not their current HP, that's a lot. No wonder Urshifu completely decimates himself, or at least Rapid Strike. I don't know about anyone else. Like if you're single strike only hitting once, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're Rapid Strike or have any moves that hit multiple times, that's a lot of damage that you're receiving for absolutely no reason. That's a lot. Holy crap. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, we got Raging Bolt, Torkoal, Ursaluna, Blood Moon, Fergaraf, Kingambit, and Rillaboom. The one Pokemon that I have had issues with this entire season is Rillaboom. Even with Pelipper, Rillaboom was still being a thorn in my side. Just seems like I'm able to do everything except nothing at the same time. Possible Trick Room setup, which I'm not gonna really stop. Instead, what I would like to do is just purely focus upon it. They do have 3 people that take advantage of priority, that being Rillaboom, Kingambit, and Raging Bolt. I want to bring in my own Farigiraf. That way I can kind of go in and out if I need to. So I think in this particular match, it might be best to bring in like Fluttermane and Farigiraf, Urshifu, and I kind of want to bring in Tornadus. I don't think that's going to be like the biggest thing, but in the event that I have to deal with, you know, like Rillaboom, or just I need to be able to take hits from like Torkoal or whatever, I think Incineroar is going to be the best. If they use like Draco Meteor or just anything that I have to worry about for Raging Bolt, Fluttermane is going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be hit with priority, which is great. So I will have to be on the defensive with Farigiraf since it's going to be coming out on the field first. Rillaboom and Farigiraf. I'll also bring up Farigiraf, and yeah, Grassy Surge comes up. Fake Out, Grassy Glide doesn't do anything, so that's cool. We're gonna go ahead and Terra Fairy Moonblast into Farigiraf, and I'm just gonna go right ahead and go Helping Hand with Fluttermane. See if we can pull this one out. If I could just stop Trick Room, this is not going to be as hard as it should be. But I do have the means of stopping them once it gets activated. I don't have Tornadus though to switch the weather, so if they did use like Torkoal, just totally fine. They're not swapping, so Terra goes up. Goes right to the Fluttermane. They probably didn't want to bring in Torkoal because of that reason right there. Helping Hand. So instead of doing a little extra damage, I'm just going to put a lot of it into Fluttermane's hands. Moonblast will go right into Farigiraf. Stop you from activating Trick Room, and it goes down. I do like the shiny Farigiraf. It looks dope. Wood Hammer goes right over to the Fluttermane, and it does get the KO. I'm okay with that because we have Incineroar in the back that is going to take away whatever that this little monkey can do. Definitely got to heal up though. Okay. Bring on Incineroar. Kingambit. Uh-oh. That's not good. Intimidate goes off. So they kind of got... Oh, they used the wrong one. Oh, I think I lucked out. To be honest, I think I really lucked out. They can't use priority on their side, so it wouldn't make sense. I could fake out one. No, let's Flare Blitz the Rillaboom. Yeah, and then we'll go straight to Hyper Voice. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, so obviously that is not the Assault Vest I'm used to seeing. Probably Miracle Seed? Hyper Voice does nothing to the Rillaboom. It's going to do very little damage to the Kingambit. It's about a 6. But I activate Throat Spray. Oh, Cataclysm's going to do a lot to Farigiraf. Ugh, I still live though. I still live though. Maybe the fake out on the Kingambit was probably the best. Let's do that, and I'm going to protect. I'm going to go after the Kingambit because he's got a boost, just not the Defiant boost. Thank God, though. Thank God he doesn't have that Defiant boost. Like, Supreme Overlord is still really good, don't get me wrong. It's based on the Pokemon that are fainted behind him, so it would probably been best if they brought him out last. But he definitely guessed it. Retreat on the Rillaboom, which is totally fine. Out comes Oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. Flare Blitz right to the King Gamut, and it's gonna go down. Ugh. Thank you, Torkoal, for boosting that for me. That was perfect. Shank you. Rillaboom comes back out. We're gonna knock off the Torkoal, and I'm gonna go ahead and helping hand the Incineroar. Still can't use Grassy Glide. Still can't use Fake Out. Probably Torkoal's gonna protect here. Terra. And it's on the Torkoal. Okay. It's going for the pure offensive. Unless this is like a bait, in which then you got me. No protects. It's not that I could see. Rillaboom protects. Alright, knock off. I mean, it's half. Charcoal goes off. Heat Wave. Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. It's not as much as I thought it was gonna be, but that's still a lot. It's a lot. Okay. We'll eat the berry. Now, Rillaboom protected last turn, so we've got a open and clean shot on that Pokemon for sure. Again, I don't know what item it's carrying, but I now have a very clean shot on this Torkoal. It can't do anything now. Flare Blitz on Rillaboom, and I'm going to close combat on Torkoal. I would like Surging Strikes, but it's not going to do anything. It absolutely wouldn't. Grassy Glide does get the KO. I couldn't protect. I'm banded, so it was not going to happen. Flare Blitz. Down goes Rillaboom. As soon as Fergraph went down, I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. I mean, it's not that strong. I mean, it's strong, but not that strong. Grassy Field disappeared. Do I have enough damage in me to knock it out? I don't think so. Even with a +1 or the Helping Hand boost, which is 1.5, it took it down to half. So probably not. I'm gonna just give it a try. I mean, it could miss. I doubt it. Earth Power, yeah. Torkoal coming in for the clutch. We went 3-2 today, so that's not bad. A lot to think about. Torkoal is incredibly strong, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't as strong as I thought he was when you're not using using moves like Eruption. And that's a really, really strong attack, especially when you're Terrifier, but Earth Power is kind of lacking, if you ask me. I'm surprised they went with Heat Wave instead of Eruption. I mean, go with Earth Power. I do. Love that move. But I was just quite surprised. Absolutely quite surprised. I didn't even think about Grassy Glide. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be done. We're gonna be donezo. No, absolutely not. I should have protected on the Fergraph. I should have. That might have protected me for a turn, but that's totally fine. It's totally fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Pokefans alike, this is going to be the official end of Season 17. We ended the season at 16,407 at the time of this recording. We'll be definitely increasing because there's a couple of more days left before the month is over, but the series for the YouTube channel is done for now. For now, I'm going to be working on the teams for the legendary builds and the restricted format for Regulation G, and I'll be testing quite a bit, and I'm hoping to have some great results. So when I come back, we'll have lots and lots and lots to talk about. Because it is the end of the video though, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please do me a favor by leaving a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below of what you guys thought of how my play style was for today. We went a completely over the top like combo that I was hoping for. I'm very glad that we did. I was hoping to maybe like get it like one away, but that's totally fine. I just wanted to do stuff and try out with different things, and I'm glad that we did. I do reply to any and all comments down below that you guys ask and leave behind. So if you guys even want to continue the conversation off the platform, please look in the description and hit me up whenever you'd like on Twitter or the Discord. It's there. You can have access to them whenever you want. Although we did end the night at 100 battles equally with 47 wins and 53 losses, I felt like I can take away from the season knowing a lot, and I know that I have a lot more growth. I tend to sit around this number, and I kind of want to go further than this number. I want to end the night, or at least the month, below 10,000, and I want to be able to like end in the 5K. Like I want to continue going further and further and further. It's baby steps, but I will get there. But since, you know, since I have a lot more growing to do, and with the Regulation G coming around, I feel like I can make some of those strides next season and start actually preparing for 2025 for me in the competitive league. I'm hoping to be able to do a lot of regional tournaments. If I have to travel, hopefully it's not going to cost me a lot. I still have my 2024, money goals up, so that might go into like 2026 to get fully paid off of everything. But if I can do this, it'll be worth it. Not just because of what I can get from it, just because I want to prove to myself that I can do it. Which is why I appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching the videos. If you're a new viewer, please continue to watch the videos. I do have a playlist at the end card that you guys can watch, all 240 plus of these from when I first started till now, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the show and see the kind of growth that I've been making for these videos. If you're a returning viewer, why not just hit the subscribe button? It does help out the channel, and it also helps these videos perform better. So, and everything on the screen should have lit up at least once, so like, comment, and subscribe. All of those should have lit up because that's what YouTube does now. It's pretty neat. I've seen it happen a few times, and I can't say that I'm not excited. I like it when they pop up. It's so dope. When you become a coder, like making stuff like that happen continuously is so dope. I love that. And yeah, the end of season 17. Let's start off next month in a big bang and have a lot of fun while doing it, shall we? Until the first, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. And until then, take care. Peace.